Here we go then for another race, another post commentary. Today is TTML Division 2 at Monza, and as you can see, it's a full wet race, heavy rain. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but I do like driving in the wet on this game, but I preferred it not to for today because I felt my pace in the dry was good enough. But setup wise, I usually just do dry setups on wet races because it doesn't really matter this game, personally, at least for me anyway. But we do have a wet setup, a very rare wet setup that we have, so we're going to put that on. Two fiber wings, it's not too bad, but yeah, in the dry it doesn't feel that great, to be fair, as you'd expect from a wet setup. But we're in the last corner on our banker lap here, and we're going to come across a line for a 118.6. Which is it's okay, I guess. For reference, my banker on the dry setup was an 18.1. So yeah, we let's improve to an 18.4, and we're coming in 7th place. But yeah, starting our final lap of the session, down the straight, gyros open, max fuel, hot lap engaged, and into turn 1. We clip the curb basically perfectly there, so very nice first chicane there, early on the power, up through the gears, stick as tight as you can through Curva Grande. A little bit on the curb there, probably too much, probably lost a bit of time, but into the second chicane, take a lot of curb here and a lot of curb there, and that's an invalidation. But you're going to stay on board with this lap because it ends up being quite good. But yeah, I only just invalidated it on the second bit. Usually you can get away with that, but yeah, it wasn't to be on that occasion. But down the straight, towards the Scari, we do go purple in the middle sector. I don't know if that's legit or not, but through a Scari, really nice through there. Basically nailed that section. So I'm not really sure what I won for this one, but I knew it was pretty good at the time. So into Parabolica, down to 4th, back on the power, stick as tight as you can towards the line, and we are actually going to come across the line for an 18 flat, which actually was my PB in practice with the dry setup. I was very close to a 17. Yes, so we do end up in 9th, and that 18 flat would have put us in 3rd. With a wet setup for a wet race, so that was quite annoying. I wasn't a bit mad at that, but strategy for wet race. I was thinking for no stop, but I was thinking we'll see where we are halfway through. We are going to put only 1 lap extra in the car, which I sort of regret now because you'll see later on I had a few issues later on. But yeah, don't ask why I do this stuff, I don't know why, it's just yeah. So race start, 5 red lights, and away we go. Pretty long hold there, but really nice traction. I think we get 2 cars, yeah, just about get 2 cars there. But the visibility is horrendous really. I'm going to stick to the outside, we're going to take the outside line, then the inside. You have Alonso on our left and Calagier to our right. Alonso to our right, Calagier to our right as well. We out traction Calagier just about. This is flat in the way very easily. We have Alonso and Element ahead as well. As you see how bad the vision is. I'm just going to nip around the outside of Alonso here. Cut the corner a little bit, but get away with it. Leave Alonso the space on the left. Through Lesmo 1. We do get Alonso just about. He was very kind there, to be fair, so I knew I could get in. So yeah, P9 to P6 on the first lap of the race, which is pretty good. And now we can push forward because I know my pace in the wet is good with a wet setup. So I knew I could push forward and gain some time. And you can see, and through a score, you're about to see how bad it is. It was really tricky at this edge of the race. You see how bad that was through there, really. So yeah, end of lap 2 though, I do start getting in the groove of things. Right behind NMN, and there is going to be a car of a Renault, which is the Yonis, who has a bit of a half spin, and we're going to nip past him with the overtake. Make sure we're ahead of him, just to go to the inside, just in case he wants to get back at us. And we're up into 5th, so already on lap 3 we're up into 5th place from 9th place. So yeah, really good start so far. And we're not too far behind the top 3. Everybody's 3rd and 2nd anyway. So yeah, end of lap 3. I believe NMN has damage. I didn't know at the time, but I know afterwards he did have damage. So he's going to come into the pits, and that's P4 now. I think we're going to stay on board for this whole lap now, because just to see the lines and the sort of like the confidence in the car really. So already in 4th, into turn 1. We don't do the half curve because we missed the apex slightly. But yeah, straighten the car out on the exit. Really nice traction out of there. Flat foot curve grande. And coming towards the 2nd chicane. Down to 3rd gear. We're going to half the curbs, basically perfectly there. Really nice. Early on power again. Let's make 1. Down to 3rd gear. Double upshift to 5th. Early in the power. And down to 3rd again, double upshift to 5th, earlier in the power. Overtake on, and I actually wanted to try and set the fastest lap at this stage, just to get the old psychological advantage on the guys ahead. So yeah, overtake, purple in middle sector. We do get a warning, first warning of the race there. We clip the curves quite nicely. Don't do it too much as you would in the dry because it's raining. Yeah, overtake on again. Into Parabolica, and really good traction out there. I was just good traction all the way through the race out of Parabolica. It was really nice. So yeah, overtake again. Time to get to 32.2, and we do a 31.2. So we actually got a second quicker there with the aid of overtake, of course. But yeah, at the moment we're on the pace, and lap 11 we have caught the 2 Williams ahead of us. And we are going to try and come in on lap 11, try and get a bit of an undercut on the 2 guys ahead, as I didn't think the tyres would last all the way to the end for a no-stop race. So yeah, Gary also comes in there. I actually wanted him to both stay out so I could jump over them, but he comes in as well. And he stays ahead of us. And no one around us, and then yeah, damaged any. So yeah, end of lap 12 now, sorry, lap 13. Falk has entered the pit, the other Williams, got Gary ahead of us. And you can see our fuel was already there. So yeah, overtake on, you'll see Falk coming out of the pits now. And right behind Gary, trying to go for a move. Bit of lag there, that puts us off slightly. But we jump Falk, and now we're in a Williams sandwich right now. Gary gets out of shape. Nice ghosting lag again. Bit overtake on, flat curve grande on the outside. Turns to the inside for 2nd chicane. And I leave Gary space on the outside, and we do not get given the space back. But I guess that's fair enough. Is it? I don't know. Would have liked a bit more space than that, but anyway. Yeah, so we actually got jumped by Falk there, so we got from back in net 2nd, and we've been jumped by Falk again. So yeah, so now we're 2 Williams, Falk and Gary, going at it once again. Falk goes off the track there, and I thought he was still on the inside. That's why I went wide. I thought he was still there, but he doesn't. He cuts the corner, gets a penalty for it, and right behind Falk. We misjudged completely where we are on the circuit and just drive off the track. So yeah, not ideal. That's definitely my fault because I just didn't know where I was on the track and just couldn't really see much. But yeah, nice lag and ghosting again on NMN. So yeah, so it was quite annoyed at this point because I knew I could have the pace to be in 2nd and sort of put away from these guys, but I'm now behind foul Gary and Edelman now. But yeah, we do get back past Element on the traction at Parabolica, overtake on as we breeze past. And there are still 2 guys out trying to do a no stop, going all the way to the end. So we're on 7th, I believe it's net 5th, and one of those is Morgan right ahead of us. And he was starting to hold me up, so we just let him know over there on the turn 1 on the inside. In case he realizes that and makes a mistake. But yeah, he was really trying to hold us up at this point because the guys ahead are putting away. So I really wanted to get past like right now. So again to the inside, let him know over there. Don't quite break late enough to get in, but we don't really need to. But yeah, still behind him. Through Lesmo 1. Through Lesmo 2. Morgan has really that was so close. Morgan had a very bad exit, and we luckily avoided that. I actually had to lift, so I thought I was going to hit him, but I managed to turn right in time to avoid that basically. So yeah, finally got past him after a few laps, and end of lap 26. Tijonas has a 3-second penalty, who is 5 seconds ahead of us about 6 laps ago. We've tried to close the gap to him, closed about a second actually, but you can see our fuel issues. Last few laps I had to go and lean down the straight, so I had to save the fuel. We caught Gary as well by 1.5 seconds in the last 7 laps, so that just basically proves the pace I had on the first stint and the second stint. Basically the whole race pace was really good, it just hasn't really worked out as I would have hoped during the race. But yeah, stay on board for the last lap here. As Diona starts to pull away now, as we just have to use lean. He's what we got a bit left in hand, and had tons of fuel into ERS, and we just have nothing left to fight with really. So yeah, don't really know what to think. I was as Caladre in second. He's doing a no stop as well, and believe it or not, he's on 98% tire wear, which is just ludicrous. Really, that's just pure luck at this point. That's just yeah. So Sansu wins the race by quite a distance. We come through the last corner. We finally level on fuel on the last lap of the race, and we're gonna come across the line, and I believe, yeah, we go up to 5th there because Falk got had pens, but I believe he's going to take it. One of them taken off, so it will be sixth in the end. So I feel like I've definitely underachieved there, because I think I was probably the second fastest car on the grid during the race in the wet. So yeah, I think 5th place, 6th place is a bit. I think I've underachieved there, but yeah, I think we have Singapore next week, so we'll see how we go there. And this clip's about to end again. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.